Yo, what's up? Happy open beta week for Thrones and Liberty. Today we're going to talk about enchanting or equipment enchanting in Thrones and Liberty. It's basically gear progression, how gear progression works in the game. It's very unique compared to most MMOs. I quite like it. There's none of the scummy honing stuff that could possibly break your gear or could possibly waste your time. And it does kind of let you build your gear up from the jump. Like as you hop into Thrones and Liberty, as you get gray to green to blue gear, all of that gear is essentially building up progress that you can then apply to your next piece of gear, which will eventually become your best piece of gear. So I quite like how the system works. Today we're going to go through all the details of the screen. Now, as you come to the equipment enchanting screen, you'll see 3 tabs: level up, transfer, and traits. So the level up thing, pretty straightforward here. You click on a piece of gear. It shows you what level it is, what the next level would be. And then over here, it shows you your growth stones. Now, these growth stones are essential to progression in the game for both jewelry, armor, and weapons. You basically will earn these stones doing almost everything in the game, whether it's questing, whether it's your adventure journal, your contracts. Everything basically rewards growth stones. These growth stones are the essential part to upgrade your gear. So all you do, come in here, is you'll see this is like 6 out of 4 rare accessory growth stones. This is my belt. I would click level up, and I got a soak, which insinuates that I'm going to get a lot of progression. There we go. So you saw level 3 to level 4. The stats progress to these right here, and then these will be what will be happen on the next level. Green gear will go to level 6, blue gear to level 9, and then purple gear to level 9. It's very important in this because the next step or the next tab in the equipment enchanting thing to progress your gear to max level, because if you do, you carry over all of that progress to the next transfer. Now, you can not upgrade it all the way, but as you could probably assume, the higher the rarity of growth stones get, the harder they are to obtain typically. At in-game, you'll get a lot of blue stuff, but as you're leveling, it's very important to get your green stuff all the way up and then pump it into your blue gear as you get it, because that will save you a lot of growth stones over time. So speaking of transfers, this is the transfer screen. This is basically how you can apply your experience from your old gear to your new piece of gear. Whether, say, you just have you had a green level 6 chest piece, and then you get a quest reward for a blue chest piece, you can then apply all of that experience that you gained on the green chest piece to the purple one. It doesn't convert on 1-to-1. I think it's about 50% actually. For instance, if you apply a level 6 green chest piece, I believe you will get your blue chest piece to like a level 2 or level 3, somewhere in there. I think it's 3, but that's basically how it works. It saves you obviously growth stones, materials that will help you progress even faster. So it's worth doing. All you have to do then is just basically have 2 equip slot piece, just 2 items of the same equip spot. I don't know how that's hard to say. So a chest piece to a chest piece, you would then apply that. It does destroy that chest piece and then apply the progression to the next chest piece that you're doing. And you can do blue to blue and purple to purple if you get a better piece of blue gear or a better piece of purple gear that you like, and that converts to the 1-to-1 ratio. So that if you're a level 3 blue, it'll become a level 3 blue if it's the same level, if that makes sense. Transferring is very handy, again, because it can save you a lot of materials. And if you say you get 2 pieces of gear of the same type, and this is kind of going to be another segue to the next tab. If you get a trait that you like on one piece of gear, but you've been progressing a gear before, a piece of gear before, you can then apply that experience to the other piece of gear that you like the traits more on, or the stats more on. So that does work as well. Finally is trading. Now, trading is a lot more complicated than the first 2 tabs. They've actually added a lot of different ways to trade gear now. from Korea. It's definitely came a long way since the beginning because it was one of the more grindy things in the game, and it still is. But it is very important to how you progress your character in the game. So basically what you do to trade gear is you have a piece of gear that has again a random trait on it. Every time you get a piece of gear like a blue or purple gear that drop in the game, even greens, you'll see under the trait section of the piece a randomly rolled stat perk. Now this stat perk is determined by obviously the name of the piece of gear. You can go into your item screen and click on an item, and then click down to the trait list, which is like a magnifying glass over a shield. Here you can see what traits would be possible to get on this item. This is the best example. So I'm gonna go for this dagger right here. So this dagger can have hit, crit hit, heavy attack chance, and Varden bonus damage, which is like a PvE mob type, max mana, and max regen. So when you're building out your character, and again, we have builds over at Studio Loot if you need a build to help guide you along the way, you'll be looking for 3 out of these 6 perks to kind of shape your build, so to say. Now, it is very common that a lot of the weapons, especially, you're looking for the same perks on most of them, but I digress. You know, there are 6 choices. So for instance, on the dagger, we got heavy attack chance, one of the best perks in the game. Now we want to unlock the next 2 perks on the dagger, and we'll say crit hit and hit. So you can do this one of 2 ways now in the game. You can get the same exact dagger, so I would need to find another Laquarius Thorny Edge, and that has a crit hit on it. Then I would come to the trait page. I would click on this, and then you would see the same dagger right here, and it would show crit hit chance. I would click this. It will consume the other dagger, but add a trait to the weapon. Now, there's another way to do this. It's newer to the game, and I clicked on the wrong tab, and we're going to go to Battle Pass. And if you look at these are called trait unlock stones, and these basically will allow you to do the same thing. You saw the 6 traits that I showed you on the weapon. If you go for the trait list, this will allow you to lock one of those traits as well. Obviously, if you collect the desired or the required amount of trait unlock stones. So there's 2 ways to do that. You know, farming out a weapon, especially some of the higher tier weapons, farming out multiple copies and making sure that you get the exact roll on the stat that you want is pretty grindy. It takes a while, so that the stones obviously help out and help kind of breach that gap that sometimes it can cause when you're being unlucky, or the weapon that you have is very rare. It can just help you progress your character in that way. And yeah, I mean, that's how you trade gear. You can upgrade. So this is a trait tier 1 heavy attack chance. All I have to do again is to find either a dagger with a heavy attack chance and apply it to this particular dagger. Or, I mean, obviously, there's ways to get traits that have been stripped off of weapons. If you go to the auction house, you go to dagger, and you go to extract the dagger, then you see, like, here are all my extracts that I can use, and this will also help me apply or level up that particular trait on my dagger. So if I picked up this for 120 Lucent, I could then go into the menu, and then it would be available right here, and I could use it, and it would upgrade my heavy attack chance to heavy attack chance 2. Now you can see how you level up this dagger to 9. You trade it out 3 times, and then you have to upgrade each trait 4 times on a purple. I think you only have to upgrade it 3 times to get the max on a blue. You can see, like, that's how you start to become more powerful, obviously, incrementally. And then you also you know, you get to the point where you become maxed out on your builds. You start to get bissed out with the right perks and the right weapons with the right weapon perks, etc., etc. This dagger is very commonly seen as bis in the game for a lot of dagger builds. So that basically sums it up. I know it was a little bit longer, but hopefully it was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. For more content, hit the subscription button over here. Go follow me on Twitch over at twitch.tv/redbird. I stream Thrones and Liberty over there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. And yeah, check out studioload.com. I got tons of guides up over there as well pertaining on this exact topic. So if you need more of a written guide, and for some reason have sat through this 15-minute video, you can go over there and read our guide about refining and enchanting as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.